Hi, and welcome to Craft and Chat at the Lowell Library. Today we're going to do a very fun painting project. Ooh, birch trees on a sunrise or sunset. It depends on which way you want to look at it. This is a really easy painting project. And as always, we will provide you with 5 kits to make your own. We're going to include this canvas, this background paint, the black paint for the markings. And you know what you provide at home just to make these trees? Painter's tape. You mark off the trees, and we'll show you how. And a used, expired gift card that you can cut or use whole, whichever, and that's how we make the striations in the bark. So let's get going, because it's going to be fun and easy. You'll be amazed. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is use the painter's tape to mark off our trees. So the tree area is actually the area on this canvas. It's not going to be painted. Like I said, this is a great width for this 8x10 panel. So, you know, and it doesn't have to be straight. Trees don't go straight. So here we'll put a big one here. And that's the joy of painter's tape too, is that it's very easy to tear. We always have 2 or 3 of these around our house because, you know, it's one of those things when we get ready to do a project. Do we have any? I don't know. Get some when you get the paint. So just smooth down the edges. There's one tree. We'll put another big one over here. He's going to lean a little more. He's had a rough year. Just tape it around the back. Bring it down here. Tear it off. He's had a really bad year. It's okay. I like him leaning. Oh, yeah, that works for me. Going off the canvas here. Doesn't matter if you get a little wrinkle in your tape in the middle, because that's not going to affect things. Just smooth down those edges so the paint that you paint over top of it doesn't seep into your tree. Now we're going to make a couple of skinny ones by just ripping this in half. Again, it's a tree. It doesn't have to be perfectly smooth. So let's get that started. And we'll put one here. Wrap it around the edge. And they can crisscross. That looks great. Got a whole stand, a grove of birch trees. Put that down and then just rip. Bring that back around. Kind of looks like trees, doesn't it? Starting to look like trees. I think I want the next one to be a little bit thicker, so we'll just discard that. Get the little tear started. Then put it on your canvas. Bring it down. Rip it off. There. Now, let's tear that one. Oh, little skinny one. He's cute. Okay. Smooth down those edges. And that is the beginning of your trees. Now, if you want to make, you know, mine, I like to turn it either way. If you want to mark the bottom with the pencil, like you say, oh, this is going to be the bottom, just put a little pencil mark right here. Something you won't notice, or you can erase later. Or pencil mark here, you know, don't put it on the tape because you're going to take that off. But something down there, you can, just a little, if that matters to you. I'm not that picky about it. So now we've got our taped trees. And our edges smooth, painter's tape. So no seeping. There you go. Now we're going to paint the background. I like a little ombre effect. Now we're just using acrylics here. And we'll mix this paint up for you, a little red and yellow, nice golden. Now, here's the secret. This is to get the brush as dry as you can. Just dip it into the paint and swab it around. Yeah, that's great. This is wonderful use for paper plates. Okay. Then, let's see. I'm going to do a sunrise, so I'm going to put my darker color at the bottom. This canvas is great. Gives you great texture. Just dab. Hold it down. Dab, 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 dab. And of course, if you're going to do an ombre, probably do this. Go this way first. So the darker paint's at the bottom. Bring it all the way. Make sure you get all that right up against that tape, on top of that tape. You don't want any gaps. Quick brush strokes. Turn the brush around if it gets a little dry. Get around your edges. I like to do the edges because, you know, I may or may not frame this. Most likely will not. It'll just be sitting up somewhere. So it's nice to have the edges done. They don't have that little stark white showing under there. Okay. Now we're just going to keep using the same brush. Hold on to the top. Woo. Good and dry, but still covering the canvas. And this is what the one thing to do you need the dry brush for, is that you don't have to wait for this paint to dry before you start on your trees. Instant gratification. We love it. I love it. Do you see some white canvas sticking in there? Go ahead, back over it. We'll cover it nicely. Ooh. My brush is shedding a little. This one's seen a lot of use. Now, it's getting pretty dry, my brush is. So I'm going to dip again. Wipe off. Pull off that thing that's bothering me here. Like I said, this brush has seen a lot of projects. This might be its last hurrah. And just hold on and dab, dab, dab. And again, as you go up, go across so you get the same amount of ombre effect all the way up the canvas. Because, you know, if you do it up here, that would be very light up here. You come back here, it'd be really light, so you want to go across. Do it in rows, basically. Getting a little too dry, maybe. So we're going to dip again. And if you have wonderful coverage, newspaper on your table, yay. You can hold on to the tape down here now. It doesn't matter. You can go up, down, across. Just keep it in rows. So you won't need a lot of paint. Just a little dab, dab, dab. Do one section, see how you like it. Yeah, oh, yeah, that looks good. Okay, I like it. See, sunset spreading across the sky, sunrise spreading across the sky. Things are lightening up here. And you can let some of the white canvas show up here at top. Just get that lighter effect. And again, we'll finish up on the sides too. And remember, once you take the tape off, before you do your, after you finish the whole thing, you'll have to go around and paint the borders where the tape is, or you'll have big white spots right there. Okay, little ombre, little dry brush, the sunny day. Woo. We can all use a sunny day these days, right? All right. So there's your background. But yeah, that looks great. Now, wipe off my fingers. Take our tape off. Easier said than done, right? Next tree. Next tree. Those will come off together because you put them together. Look at that. Ta-da! So, here, let me show you the right way out this way. I'm going to use the bottom. There's my trees. So, let's turn it right back around. Now we're going to put that beautiful bark effect on here. Now, this will take a little practice, I would say. Took me a couple of to practice. I'm going to practice here too. That's why it's nice to have scratch paper or paper plates or something you can practice on before you start zipping through your birches. So, just the faintest bit on the edge of that card. See right there. Not the whole, you don't want to do the whole card because these trees are not that wide. And it's going to be a little flick of the wrist. So let's move this for a minute, show you. Just a little flick of the wrist. You do up and down. See, there's your markings. Pretty cool, eh? Alrighty. So again, I'm going to use about that much. Just dip it lightly in the black paint. Don't be nervous. And let's just see what we got. If it goes off, hey, we're not perfectionists here. It's a representation of birch trees. Do some up, do some down. Paper bark birch trees. There's so many of them around here. Love the look of them. River birch, paper bark. They really, I mean, of course they stand out in the winter. They're so stark. I'm going to wrap a little of that off. I like mine to be a little narrower on this small tree here. Up or down. Just kind of dig it in there and slide. There's no wrong way to do this. Well, I should probably never say that, right? Brittany always gets after me when I say stuff like that. All right, one more. Now this one you can dip a little more of the card in. It's a bigger tree. Oh, yeah, it's a pretty one. See, sometimes you go, oh, yes, that's good. And do both sides of the larger trees. Just kind of in between the ones you did before. Okay. Now, believe it or not, we're done. There's your birch trees. See how fun that is? Easy, easy, easy. Simple, quick, not too messy. There's birch trees on a sunny day. Like I said, if you want to do them, if you want to do a twilight, like purpley blue fading, that's pretty too. So there's our birch trees. And again, we're going to give you 5 of those kits. They'll have the canvas, the black paint, gold paint, and you provide the tape in the card. And a brush. Yeah, dollar store brush will work just fine on this. Just toss it. Oh, don't tell anyone I said that. And there you go. That's one of the easiest fun crafts. You know, and you know, I'm putting this up. Yeah, I'm putting mine up. Maybe I'll put these two side by side. Oh yeah. Have some fun with it. And again, we are Tech at Lowell Library. We love doing crafts. Y'all have any questions? Give us a call. Let us know. Show us your finished product.